On December 15th, 2023, ShyNeshia Causey, affectionately known as Shai or Big Mom, celebrated her 24th birthday. It wasn't her happiest birthday, considering the fact that her father passed away on August 18th, 2023. Sweetest person ever, the sweetest soul, the nicest person you would ever know is how family and friends described her. She was in a relationship with 27-year-old Eddie Swint Jr. until they recently broke up around Thanksgiving. He shared a post about praying he didn't crash out because he wasn't doing the best mentally. Mental illness is very real, but can we please stop blaming mental illnesses for problematic behavior? A very common assumption when someone hurts themselves after hurting their partner is that they were struggling mentally. Eddie could have crashed out and left Shai alone. Abusers love excuses. The only reason why they yelled at you is because they were drunk. The only reason why they hit you is because they were hit as a child. They wouldn't abuse you if you would just shut up and tolerate any and everything they do. They're only abusive because they're depressed and not doing well mentally. Domestic abuse is a behavior, not a symptom of a mental illness. Using mental illnesses as an excuse is a form of psychological avoidance. Shai was grieving the loss of her father and the loss of her relationship. She put time and effort into making her relationship work while dealing with the pain of no longer having her father with her. It's safe to say that mentally she wasn't doing her best, but she didn't clash and take a life. Instead, she had hers taken from her on December 18th, 3 days after her birthday.
Two Baldwin County families were concerned about their loved ones and asked investigators to check on them. Both were found dead. Camila Williams is in studio to tell us what happened.
Lori, the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office told us they never received complaints or domestic violence calls from ShyNeshia Causey and Eddie Swint's home. Major Brad King says the family told him Causey and Swint broke up after Thanksgiving, but their relationship ended in tragedy Monday night.
You throw in the stress of the holidays, you throw in the stress of a breakup or a tumultuous relationship, and it just only takes a second for something to go bad.
Baldwin County Major Brad King remembering the last time he saw a murder-suicide like this.
We actually worked one probably 10 years ago that was actually on Christmas Eve.
Monday night, family members asked deputies to check on ShyNeshia Causey. She was headed to this home on Old Stage Road.
She was going to the residence to remove some of her items. She was apparently had moved out.
Eddie Swint's family also asked them to check on him at the same home. Neither family could get a hold of them. When deputies arrived,
Found both inside the residence deceased.
King says they're calling it a murder-suicide, but who shot who?
The female was shot first.
Then King says Swint shot himself. He says their department didn't know of any previous incidents between Causey and Swint. He says the families say Causey and Swint dated for a few years but broke up. So what's next for the investigation?
Eventually we will close our case because of there's no need for further investigation on an incident of this nature.
King says if you know someone in a relationship, be aware of any domestic violence.
If you are going to meet, if you're going to exchange items or anything, have somebody with you. Take law enforcement with you. Emotions are already traveling at a high rate of speed, and things like this happen, unfortunately.
The Baldwin County coroner requested an autopsy for the victims. King says results will probably confirm what they already know, that both died from gunshots. Back to you, Lori.
Thank you, Camila. If you or someone you know is in a domestic violence situation, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE or text START to 88788.
Ladies, never go back to retrieve anything. Never allow them back for anything. They want their lick back. They want to pay you back for the breakup even if they caused it. They want revenge because how dare you move on with your life without them? How dare you focus on being happy, healthy, and loved on correctly? She was done with him, and he knew that he wouldn't ever find her in anyone else. That's why no one else could have her. To all of Shai's family and friends, I am so sorry for your loss. If what she went through, all of her hurt and pain, can stop someone from going through the same thing, then she didn't die in vain.